Hi.
Welcome back to the Opaitori Stories. So today we're going to be debunking some teacher myths that have been on my mind for so long. I feel I need to say something about it. Yeah.
Right, that's right. The first myth we've got. Are you ready? Teachers must be extroverts.
What do you think about that?
Well, I think I disagree. A part of me is an extrovert and a part of me is an introvert. So I am actually an ambivert. And at times I just want to sit by myself and just be with my own thoughts quietly. And at times I just want to be next to somebody and just talking to them. So what do you think if teachers are all extroverts?
Okay, I can understand why people think that teachers are extroverts because I think in the classroom they have to be extroverted in order to engage with the students. And I totally agree because I feel like a completely different person when I'm in the classroom and when I'm done with class.
Right.
So oftentimes when I tell my students that I am an introvert, they will be very, very shocked because they thought that I am an extrovert.
Yeah, and I don't think most of the times all teachers are extroverts, because there are times when you realize that your teacher's sitting silently by herself and contemplating things in life. And there are times when she's just very happy to share, and I think introverts are happy to share with you what they have learned in their lives. And why teachers become teachers is because, not because they are introverts or extroverts, but because they chose to, and because they want to develop something inside of them, nurture someone, and there's this little seed inside that they feel like they want to nourish. And for me, it's just the ability to help another child. It's also like helping myself to grow.
Yeah, and I think the power of having introverted teachers is also because we will also be able to relate to the more introverted students in the classroom.
That's right.
So usually,
that.
so usually what happens is that normally when the extroverted students are trying to fight for the chance to answer a question, I will direct the questions to the introverted ones instead. And the thing is, it's not that they are shy. It's not that they are shy. They actually have the answers. It's just that they are less likely to raise up their hands to say that they want to answer that question. So whenever I direct a question to the introverted students, it also kind of help them gain that self-confidence to maybe raise their hand in the next lesson.
And they feel shocked, right?
Yeah.
They never expected it.
Yeah, like why will my teacher call me? Like I did not even raise my hand, but usually I will direct those questions to the introverted answers, and I will tell the more extroverted students fighting for the chance to let the others have a chance. And usually the others here will mean the quieter ones, the shyer ones, and the more introverted ones. Yeah, and speaking of introversion, I feel that most of the time after a lesson, I'll need to go back to the staff room to recharge. And when I recharge, I just really want to sit alone and just recharge. And I don't even want to talk to my colleagues. So sometimes I think people think that I'm quite antisocial in the staff room, but that's my way of recharging. And I just thought that it's something that many of us introverted teachers will feel as well. Right now I think you see that I'm an extrovert, right? But honestly, I think I feel so much more better just sitting alone and just minding my own business and just doing my things.
Yeah. I feel the same too when you are by yourself to recharge. It's very important for teachers to be alone as well, so that they can reflect on the day's work and reflect on how they have taught the class and whether the class appreciated what they did, so that they can improve the next lesson and work on it.
Correct.
Yeah. So it's important for teachers to take the time off to be an introvert in this case.
Yeah. Now after so much talking, I'm also quite tired. But that's the thing about introverts, you see. We find it so difficult to be talking all the time. Yeah. Okay, with that, we have myth number 2. What's myth number 2? Teachers are always in control of the classroom. Yeah, and they always know what to do if something goes wrong. Okay, I have a lot to say about this one.
I disagree. I really disagree. So let me just add on something, because you know what? There are times when things will go wrong, and Murphy's Law says whatever can go wrong will go wrong. And whenever you can't control a child's emotions, that's when things can go wrong. But the most important thing is always take control of your own responses. And that's the best thing you can do to be in charge of the classroom. Because when a child melts down, seriously, let them melt down. They have to. They have to express it somewhere. And the best thing you can do as a teacher is just respond the right way, just so that they can feel more comfortable around you. And just give them a hug if they're willing to accept it.
Yeah, and I think the whole thing about teaching is also to do right by the students. Yeah, if they're having a meltdown or if they're feeling upset about something, then deal with that anger, deal with that meltdown instead of continuing with the class, because I think it's quite difficult to continue when everyone else is so curious about the meltdown or about the kid having a meltdown or having someone behaving quite negatively in class. I think that is something that I honestly feel that I don't always have control all the time. In fact, what I usually do is I will ask the students sometimes on things that they can have more ownership in the classroom, because I realized that when students have more ownership and in control of their own learning in the classroom, they actually learn better and they perform better, and it's easier for me as well because I don't always have to be in control. Letting them have a control sometimes is actually better for them and for me, because they will know that, oh, my teacher's actually listening to me when it comes to certain things that they want in the classroom.
Yeah, I think it's very good to let them be. Even if they want to melt down, just give them that opportunity too. And use that moment to teach the rest of the class what to do. So, hey class, student A is having a problem right now. Can we all show some respect to student A? I think we will give him some time off. Will that be fair, class? And in that way, you teach the class fairness. You teach the class compassion.
And empathy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's how we talked about Vodcast 10.
Yeah. Was it Vodcast 10? I cannot remember already.
Oh, yes, our previous podcast.
Yeah, the previous
so go
one.
look it up. Okay, next myth, number 3.
Teachers are in the profession because they have no choice.
Is that true? No. What? Seriously, no. I came into this profession because I wanted it.
Okay, let me just share something that happened in the classroom. This was in my Sec 2 classroom long time ago. I think there was a student who commented and said that I was in the profession because I had no choice. And I felt like I needed to address that misunderstanding at that point in time, because if I don't, I would have agreed to what he said, right? So anyway, I addressed the whole class on why I chose teaching as a career. And I think after that whole conversation with them, I think they had a better idea who I stood for and why I wanted to teach. I think also because maybe that student had this misconception, probably because of someone who told them that, like, you know, if like most of the teachers are in the service because they feel like it's an iron rice bowl, it's a stable job, it's a secure job, right? And most teachers choose to teach because of that. But I feel like not every teacher is able to teach well. Yes, everyone can teach, because there's this quote that says, those who can't do, teach. Yeah, so some people might buy into it, but honestly, that quote was actually very offensive, because honestly, yes, everyone can teach, but not everyone can teach well, and not everyone can teach in a way that students can understand. So I thought that is something that I needed to address to them and to let them know that, you know, that this is a misconception and it's a myth, and whoever who is saying that is obviously does not know exactly what teachers go through and why many teachers choose to be in this profession. And that said, teaching honestly is the highest act or the highest form of delayed gratification, because most of the things that we do in class probably only bear fruit like years later, when the students actually grow up, be more sensible, be more mature, and actually do great things in their lives when they grow up. And I don't know, I mean, for many of the teachers who have stayed in the service for so long, really hats off to you, because I feel like you are really doing an excellent job that is also the highest form of love for the students you are teaching and educating along the way. Yeah, so
I also want to thank my teacher, because if not for her, I wouldn't have ended up as a teacher. Actually, it was my maths teacher because she was so inspiring. I decided that I wanted to be like her. So I'm thinking about this teacher by the name of Miss Yo. If you're looking at this, hello.
Is she still teaching? Do you know if she's still
I
teaching?
do not know where she's been to. I tried to look for her, but actually I couldn't find her center anymore. So I really miss her. Yeah. Miss Yo, if you're seeing this, hi, it's me, your ex-student.
I'm not, but yeah, hello. Thank you for nurturing us, especially to our teachers, past and present. Thank you for doing what you've always been doing, because I think
Yeah.
perseverance is something that I think most of teachers will have perseverance. If there are other professions that teach other professions, if there's one profession that teaches all other professions, it's
The teachers.
teachers. Yeah. With that, see you in the next
Next
episode.
time. Bye.